Hello. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radha Govindam. Breath, sound, movement, the conscious body. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, let thy will be done. Thou art God, thou art man, let thy will be done. Dear Lord Buddha, let thy will be done. Love for all, harm for none, let thy will be done. Master Mohammed, let thy will be done. Lead us all toward the one, let thy will be done. Dear Mother Earth, let thy will be done. Feed us all our whole life long, let thy will be done. Dear Father Spirit, let thy will be done. Breathing life into our soul, let thy will be done. Master Shiva, let thy will be done. Dancing all around the world, let thy will be done. Goddess Kuan Yin, let thy will be done. Bringing peace to all our souls, let thy will be done. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, let thy will be done. Thou art God, thou art man, let thy will be done. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radha Radha Govindam. Hello. Thank you all very much. I see some names in there. I'm still learning how to do all this, to be not in physical proximity to people, but on the internet. Hallelujah, hello to ya. Our souls are all united. We are all one. Truth. True that. Truth. My role is just to facilitate us feeling that and being able to put ourselves into contact with our deeper selves, our souls. They're within all of us. Mostly in the silence, when we can allow ourselves to have silence. But you see, that breath is very important. I said silence, and then as the silence arrived, I took a deep breath. You can try that too. This is the quickest way to access soul, is taking a deep breath. Because the soul is in the breath. And if we stop breathing, we die. And the more we breathe, the more energy we have to live with. The more air we breathe in, the more we can do something. We can move. And we breathe out, we can relax. We can absorb the energy that we breathed in. We can sing, we can speak, or we can just go deeper into the source energy. And the main secret is to have the body relaxed so that it can allow that soul to enter into the body. The more thoughts we have, the more plans we have, the harder that we're working, the less room there is in the body for the soul. The soul has nowhere to go. You are full of yourself. So we have to dissolve all those fears and desires or the things of the working aspects of our life and allow peace to come into our lives and thus access the deeper residences of reality. The essence of our existence, the resonance of the master or masteress within, that male-female energy, because we are before we divide it into male and female. The soul is before, the soul is all energy. So when I speak about a conscious body or body consciousness, I'm not speaking about being conscious of the body, but being conscious through the body. Here, I think I'm going to lower you down a little bit. Maybe I can. Let's see. Yes, that's good. Yes, I like that better. I can see more. Oh, there's the Native American back there. Hiya naya hoya ye. Hiya naya hoya ye. Take the breath with me. Hiya naya hoya the breath of eternity. We always have access to peace. It is within. To love. It is the source of our reality. And my role is just to facilitate a deepening of the consciousness. That you can become conscious through your body. Your mind still working, still activated, but not creating that anxiety or that tension or that always constant discovering and doing, but the mind relaxing as if it were on a raft in an ocean, while you feel the relaxed, nourishing energy from within, while you are going about your daily life. Not that you have to go off and meditate or go off on a vacation, but all the time you have access to that inner realm, the deeper realm, the softer word, the well of being. And if you have access to your well, in your well, you will feel well. You will be a well-being. And then you can go do your job or look for a job or wash yourself or take care of your baby or have thoughts. Wonderful thoughts of how lucky we are. You know, people say, what do you mean how lucky we are? Look at all this crazy stuff, blah, 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 blah. And the reason, you know, the first workshop I did in 1992, because I became like this in 1975, but I didn't speak about unconditional love and things until 1992. And I think maybe it was the second or third workshop. Somebody said, Wayne, why are you always happy? How can you always be happy? What is that? And I had never thought about why I was always happy. I had made the contact within, and I was always happy, but I never really thought about it because I wasn't looking for happiness. I had been looking to become one with unconditional love. And when that happened, I dissolved into it. I became functionally happy all the time. But that night, when they asked me a direct question, Wayne, now why are you always happy? I answered. And I, as a brain, didn't know the answer to that, as I just previously explained to you. But my soul answered them through my personality, and it said, because nobody is torturing me. And they said, what? Why would somebody be torturing you? And I said, I don't know, but they're not, so I'm happy. That's a subtle but important point, maybe a secret. It could always be worse. I mean, people say that, but I mean, do you know that? You know that. Even if you have pain, I mean, if you have excruciating pain, so you have nausea and you can't stand it, and you wish you were already dead for 5 minutes, that's excruciating. But kind of any pain short of wishing that you were already dead 5 minutes ago can be dealt with. Hormones can be secreted. Things can happen in our bodies thanks to the not only the immunological system, but the hormonal system, where we can get those endorphins going around, those organic, automatic, biological, natural opioids that we have in our bodies. They can be secreted and solve anything. They can, other things can heal. All that stuff really happens inside the body because any medicine that exists attaches to receptors that we already have in the body. And if we have the receptor in the body, that means because there is the organic compound that can connect to that receptor. That's how miracles happen. I don't want to, I'm not trying to get into the miracle realm today, but that, while we're here, I can say that. All I'm caring about today and with my everyday life is just facilitating a little less suffering and giving some secrets to having a little more freedom, a little more health, and maybe a little more happiness. So we have to discover and understand, how does this human body work? So this human body begins to be autonomous when it gets its breath. Before that, we're in our mother, and we're feeding, and our oxygen is coming through her blood to us. When we are born, we take that first breath, and it begins our independence. Our body is alive. And the only consciousness it has are those instincts for warmth, for covering affection, for food, for defecation, for urination, all those kinds of things that are part of our life. So the key to everything is the breath. In a conscious breath, not a sometimes breath, an always breath. Oh yes, I learned about breathing when I was a singer. Yes, well, use what you learned when you were a singer in your daily life. If you have something to do, some activity to practice, take a good deep breath and do it. And then allow all your breath to go out so you can take another big deep breath and go out. Now, many would think, oh, that way you're oxygenating your body. That's true, but you're also moving to take the breath. You're breaking a lot of these little strictures that are keeping you closed. So taking a big breath is already bringing you into life. But consciousness is also in the breath. If one can smooth and relax the brain so it isn't incessantly looking for a solution or looking for a problem or looking for something and worried about this or that, if you can somehow dissuade the mind, if you can have the mind understand, I am here, I am your soul, I am here, rest, relax, take a breath, have a hug. This is my goal, that your soul be activated within you, that you can come to rescue your mind through these processes of using these functions, gifts, and tools that I shall give you about how the body works. And then from inside the body, we can incarnate the soul and be conscious. So if I feel trapped and limited, the first thing that I should do is open my eyes wide. Really, just opening your eyes wide frees a lot of the darkness. And then if you just move your head left and right, shrug your shoulders, take them, gather your saliva, swallow, and take a breath, you will feel incredibly more peaceful. In the silence. All of the sounds that we make, even from when we're ooh, ooh, ah, ah, gee, gee, ba, ba, come from inside of the body, from the feelings that we have. So we can use sounds to transform the feelings we have, to activate even hormones, to dissolve contractures. You know, the first ones of the mental energies are deposited in the neck. So to free your neck is the first thing to do to free you. Gathering of the saliva and swallowing, then taking a breath, is the quickest way for integration and peace. If something is bothering you, think about it, and then while you're thinking, gather the saliva, swallow, and take a breath. You free the mind, integrate the emotional energy into your body. All sounds are frequency, and they immediately, spontaneously transform the body and our emotions, because our emotions are within the body. People who are very emotional move their body a lot. People who are not are very stiff all the time, and so they don't feel very much. If you hug somebody and you feel that their back is stiff, they can't feel you because they're not really in their body. It's very important that we dance or move or do something that frees our body, because it frees our emotions. That not only frees our ability to express, but it frees our ability to feel others, but mostly it frees our ability to feel peace and comfortable, to have well-being. Music is one of the best things to facilitate one's well-being, and it can match the mood that they have. If they're feeling kind of rock and rolling, they can put on a song like, got on a city bus, found a vacancy, yeah. Or they feel something. I used to sing to my son every night. I used to sing a song in Sanskrit, but I would also sing this, and I'll explain it to you after I sing it, how it works. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie. Hush, my little darling, that's an Irish lullaby. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra, tooraloo-ra-lie. Hush, my little darling, that's an Irish lullaby. When Irish eyes are smiling, all the world is bright and gay. When Irish eyes are smiling, they'll steal your heart away. Now, peace. The past week, I explained the soul of sounds there, the vowels of sounds, that the vowel sound gives the soul to a sound. And the vowels go from oo, o, a, e. Oo, o, a, e. So when I begin tooraloo-ra-loo-ra, it's ooh, ooh, Turaluralai. Hush, my little darling, that's an Irish lullaby. So the E is the most spiritual sound, and U is the most physical sound. U-O-A-E. So, Yahweh, Yahweh is all of these creative energies, the vowel sounds. It's the alphabet of creation, emotional creation and physical creation. And the Hebrews and the Kabbalah, they study this a lot. And I have all of this information to share. I've got about 22 more years to share it. That means I will live to be 92. We'll see. They didn't think I'd live to be 21, so we've already done that. Anyway, I have this alphabet, sounds of the soul, which I will be sharing in my programs that I do with you. But mostly, I would just love to be in silence with you. There one communicates directly soul to soul. Ura lura lura, ura lura lai. So if we think about Allah, we have Ah. L is the consonant, which is how we use the vowel, how we use the soul. It's the instrument of the soul, makes the soul lighter. So La makes the A sound lighter. La, li, lu, lo. Come intura, lura, lura. Whereas the R, in many languages, it's rolled R, goes ra, 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 ra. It uses all the energy in the mouth from all the teeth and the tongue. So it's like the king or the queen of the sound. So Ra would be the king or the queen of the heart. Ri is the king or the queen of the spirit. And Ru is the king or the queen or the royalty of the land. So Ayers Rock, that beautiful red mountain in Australia, is Uluru. Uluru. So obviously it's earth, light earth, Lu, and then royalty of the earth, Ru, Uluru, Allah, Yahweh. Comes all the way down and goes all the way back up. Every movement in communication, the more smaller parts of articulation come from the lips, the tongue, the teeth, the fingertips, the toes, and then those are activated with power through the shoulders and the elbows. The hips are really powerful. Those are the ones that really get the grind into the emotions of the physical manifestation of the body. The power of the body is in the hips and in the legs. The heels, grounding, the toes, excitement, movement. So with a conscious body, the mind is there, but it's relaxed. It doesn't feel it has to lead or guide. It feels comfortable, so it can survey, ascertain, and relate, always in peace, unless it's giggling and laughing or joking or something. And you feel through your body because you've gotten into your body, which we would have to do more physical exercises to do that. But already, uluru, already would bring you into your body. And if you complete your out breath, we take a breath, you breathe out, Normally you're finished there, but if you keep going, and keep pushing it out, you will find peace, and you will be in your body. You will feel your feet. You will feel your toes. Let's just do it once together. We're just going to take a breath. Maybe take a breath lifting your arms. That'll help you get even deeper. And then keep going. Push, push, push. All the way out. Stay. Gather the saliva. Swallow and take another breath. Grounding energy. It's in the palm of your hand. It's under your elbow. It's in your knees. It's in your heels. Grounding. Getting into your body. Oyanaya, oyanaya, oyanaya. Soul contact, deep within. Many think it's way out there, make contact with the angels. Well, it's deep within. Our human consciousness, our soul consciousness, Gaia, is within us all. We have a DNA which makes up the body, which comes from mom and dad, but then there's a soul aspect. This is why one brother and one sister can be so very different and have almost identical DNA and things. We have also a soul. The soul is beyond what the experience of this life is. It's beyond what we've learned or what we can learn. And it can be accessed. It resonates within. The master within, the master that everybody is, vibrates when it feels truth, honest truth, gives a feeling of peace and structure, strength, a rootedness. Doesn't even have to be words, just something that's right, authentic. And this is within every one of you, of us. I am not here to lead. I am only here to be a friend, to accompany us, you. And you will gain access to your soul, then your soul will come into your body and run your life. This is the this is the goal of the well of being, the work of Wayne, which I call Gaia Sophia, wisdom of the earth. Because we are Gaia. We don't live on the earth, we are the earth. We're made from the earth. Our consciousness, the soul, comes in through the earth. I mean, we get very complicated there in a lot of different religions. I love them all because they all come from the same source. Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Jai Ganesha, Jai Shiva, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Krishna Murti, Avalokiteshvara, Avalokiteshvara, Avalokiteshvara. Sound. If you sing, if you make mantra, if you make tone, this heals and harmonizes your body. It makes you breathe, so obviously you're bringing soul into your body and you're relaxing your body. Your body is becoming free and honored. So I'm going to give you an exercise, which I did the other week. I'm not sure if you remember. Or if you were here, or even if you're here today, because, I can't see anything. I don't know. I'm just relating to the world, and here we are, and I'm glad that we're here, is to use those vowel sounds, the sounds of creation, U, O, A, E, So we can do them in that form, which would be from the earth to the sky. Let's just do that. Ooh, ah, in that direction, we are going from the roots up through the body to the sky. Ooh, oh, And remember, the most important sound part of a sound exercise is to feel it. Not to make the sound, but to allow it to vibrate through your whole body. Your fingers, your toes, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips. Just give them all a little. Your knees. You can even do this sitting down. You just move your knees, wiggle your knees back and forth, your hips a little bit, your shoulders, your elbows, your hands. Oh, if you can make that sound, that gets the inside also loosened up. Oh. Purring. Did you know that lions purr? Did you know that dragons purr? If you have a really good dragon friend and you're with him or her and she's purring, you're in good company. Anyway, so when we make this sound, you let your whole body vibrate because that's going to harmonize all the chakras, all the emotions in your body. And when we do the ooh-oh-ah-eh-ee, we're bringing it to a slender point, a thinner, more subtle aspect of our body. So let's do that one more time. Ooh-oh-ah-eh-ee. Feel it in your body. So that's to gather the forces from the sources and bring them up into kind of a spiritual attitude. Now, we want to bring the energies down, still harmonizing them, but from spirit down into the earth, from the fruit to the root, then we can do the opposite direction. We can go So this is still peaceful, soft, but it brings down a warmer energy, a more rooted, grounded energy. We allow our body to feel the vibration, allow the vibration to transform all of the cells to the same vibration. Consolidate. This is peaceful energy. This is a rainbow energy. This is complete. Cosmic creation in grounded form. Grounded and graceful. Grace. Grace not only in our movements and in our feelings. We feel graceful, we feel something like gratitude or delicateness, graceful, like Kuan Yin. We feel graceful. And that allows you to live healthier and better. All of your hormones and all of your immune system and all of your organs are working more properly. And all you have to do to get those things into action is what I said before. You just scrunch your toes a little, wiggle your knees back and forth, your hips, your shoulders, your elbows, and your hands. Gather that saliva, swallow and take a breath. Now, if you are here with me, if you are feeling this, I'm going to sing another song that I used to sing to my son every night as well, kind of filling out a rainbow collaboration or corroboration of energies and colors. But if you're here, just get comfortable and allow this song to move your body and connect you with the soul and with our soul and with the depths of our being, the well of being, the source, unconditional love, the source and the force of human evolution. Now I say unconditional love here because I sing this song with great sacred gratitude towards the divine. So inherent in the way I sing it is devotion and gratitude, love. Namaste Narashingaya Praladayini. And remember, as I sing it, allow your body to feel where your body is moved and where it is touched as I sing it. Remember the U, O, A, E. And the shh is the wind of the soul, which has all of the emotions in it. I'll explain a little more of the consonants and how they as tools direct the soul or use the soul energy in the formation of words or syllables. But just for now, listen and receive the sounds vibrating in your body, in your soul. Namaste Narashingaya Praladayini Hiranyakashipur Bhaksha Srila Tamka Prapadayini Yato Yamitato Nushringo Yato Yamitato Nushringo Bahirna Shringa Yadayena Shringam Shringamadim Sharanam Prapadai Tama Kama Lavarena Kama Bhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipur Tanum Bringam Keshavadrita Narare Rupa Jayom Jagadishare Jayom Jagadishare Jayom Jagadish Peace within. How my wife calling, because today we are doing this an hour late and we're supposed to go from 2 to 3 in the afternoon here in Cape Cod, which would be 8 to 9 in Italy, and 7 to 8 in London, and who knows what in Japan or China. Thank you very much. And today is my friend Kenneth Tam. It's his birthday. He's a Chinese long is dragon in unconditional love. It's his birthday, so I take a moment. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Long. The power is within, always accessible, always there. Always we can contact peace and love. Because love is that togetherness, that oneness, that warmth of feeling part of something. It's one of the big, more suffering things that people feel, is that they feel separate from, of course, because we're in these bodies, but the soul is not. The soul is not separate from. Only the personality and the body is separate from. And once the personality and the body is suffused with soul, you always feel in touch, in contact, and actually in love with. You appreciate every single human being that you come into contact with. And if they're ugly and mean in the beginning, when they look into your eyes, they'll see a friend and they will change, they will transform as much as they can. I have a story which I won't tell right now, but sometimes they just can't get all the way to nice, but they can get as close as they can. And they'll even tell you, because they recognize and appreciate unconditional love. A pure heart, a pure soul. And it's in every single one of us. We are all the same. My mission, I came here, not convinced that this was a horrible place and that I had to do what other people told me to do. I had a strong internal frequency which guided me, and I knew that freedom was the most important thing, and being happy. And telling people that you love them if you love them. Expressing yourself. Understanding others. Was it Claire that said to St. Francis, I have not come to be understood, but to understand. Respect is huge. Everybody suffers from lack of respect. Ooh, recognition, yes, from the terrorists to the husbands and wives to the children to everybody. They don't understand me, they don't. Well, that's just the way it is here on this earth. So you'll have to take care of yourself. You have to love yourself. Not because you deserve it, but because you need it. And you have that love within. I have that love within. And with me, it happens to be without also. Not without, but within and without, outside. And you all have it. It's within every single one of us. And this is what we're awakening on the planet. Kind of severe terms, with COVID-19. And just living a normal human life is so hard. But with COVID-19 on top of it, and we have these crazy elections in the States, and social programs and paradigms. But within, there is that one source. So you can, believe it or not, you can be happy while you're even burning up in the fire, and you'll say things like, you can burn my body, but my love will live on in the hearts of men and women forever. A lot of us have said that. I mean, if you believe in past lives or parallel lives, you've said that, and whew, but you've been faithful to yourself. And that's the point here. To be faithful to that master within, which resonates when it's truth and when it's authentic. It resonates when it's good for you. It resonates when it's good for another, and you have a part in giving that to them. Resonates, it vibrates. Everything is vibration. This is why the sound is so important. But the sound is related to the breath, remember, our breath. Otherwise we can hit the sound like over here. Let's see. And that may help you, that a gong, especially a big one, creates all this energy which shakes everything, harmonizes it into a kind of cosmic holographic sound. But we have these bodies, we can do those things ourselves. We can do a ding, And the ting brings everything up into the spirit, like a little triangle if you have a ting. A drum, boom, boom, boom. Shakes like the snow from the tree when you shake the tree. Boom. Gives strength and energy to the heart, to the body. You can pick your own, or you can listen to long-tailed cat sitting by the old rocking chair. He don't realize that there's danger in the air. He don't know no rock and rollin' chair's gonna boogie-woogie on his tail, swinging his tail in low down syncope. Oh my, your dad's getting old and the cows are going dry. Said go bye-bye on the Dixie holiday. Sing a song, dance a song, listen to a song while you're making dinner, riding. But remember, you can do this by yourself. You don't need other things. You can make the sounds. And remember, I taught another time, the most powerful way is without the vocal cords, just to go. Because then you can make the sound on the in-breath too. It's a total in and out. Whereas most sounds, you have to take a big breath, which is good for you. Be alive, move, oh yeah, good. But with this, without the vocal cords, you can also make those same sounds, the soul sounds, while you're breathing in. So you start with the inhale, and you can go from ooh to ooh like this. And you inhale all you can. And then and there you have peace. And that is going up to spirit and back down to the earth in this grounded, graceful kind of a way. Or else you can start with the E if you want to feel particularly spiritual. Maybe you're going to do a meditation, so you would like to make a shortcut so that you don't have to go through mantras and things to calm your mind down. You can start from the E, so you go. Again, Gans lava swallow. In the last third of a complete exhale, you have absolute peace. So it's something you can find anytime that you want it. Peace, peace, peace. And then you can emanate peace, and you can help people relax and be calm rather than agitated. Or you can get agitated with them, and have a nice little dance of agitation. Oh yes, let's do this. Oh, we must do that. We must do that. But you'll enjoy it more. It won't be so suffering-like and tiring. So let's see. I should try to see if I have I see some people are watching. I don't know how to find out the questions yet. This is the third time I think I've done this. So within 5 or 6 months, I'm going to have this down, and I'll have some kind of a way that I can know who's doing everything and put things on the screen and, do everything the way it's supposed to be, I guess. But the most important thing is our soul contact from my soul to your soul, which, can go through the eyes. You look into anybody's eyes. They say the soul is a doorway, the eyes are a doorway to the soul. Only if you breathe while you look into those eyes. But if you look into somebody's eyes and you breathe, your old oxytocin is going to start secreting. That's the bonding energy. That's the one if you look into your dog's eyes or your cat's eyes or maybe your plant's flowers. No, you need eyes. Eyes are really important here. Or your husbands or your wives or your children's or your moms or your dads. If you look into their eyes and breathe, you make contact with the soul. Do you understand? It's not that you can see somebody's soul through their eyes. Only if you both breathe together, you get down to a soul level. And that's nourishing. It's uplifting. Pamela told me that these programs on bridges of light, Ponti di Luce, because I usually speak Italian, but I'm speaking English because I am American. And you make a bridge of light between things, but also it's in the darkness. It's oblio, the soul. And then comes light, which makes the darkness visible, I guess you would call it, because otherwise it would just be like that. In somebody's eyes, if you breathe with them, you go immediately to soul deep country. And this becomes a conscious body. This is a body that is filled, and often when you do that, you'll feel emotional. You look into somebody's deep eyes because you're finding that contact, which you might say it could be love, the love that you've been missing. Look, if you do that in a workshop, look in somebody's eyes and breathe, you can have all kinds of experiences. Those are deeper experiences. Soul contact. Remember, I do soul sessions. They're like individual sessions, but on the internet, I can look into the camera's eyes, but I can't look into your eyes. But you can look into my eyes, and that probably will have the same effect. But I do these individual sessions, where I intuitively speak about you, the qualities that make you up, your talents, your happiness, and you can speak about some of the difficulties or things. We can solve situations, resolve, understand how they can be dealt with. It's my favorite thing. This is the same because I'm giving all of my soul is right here. So this is as good as it gets for me, but I can see you, but you don't have an individual, it's hard to explain. But I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm glad that you're here and that you're participating in this. And if you wanted to have like an individual session where I can see you on my Zoom screen, look at that zzz. Zzz is a really strong frequency vibration of the teeth. Zzz, if we're talking about the instruments of the soul. So it gets everything really activated. Zzz. Ooh. Ooh is that, the ooh, which I said was the soul sound of the earth or the lowest chakra, the most inside the body, is what we do when we see something that we really like. We go, ooh, look at that. If it's a little less intimate, we go, oh, or ah, e. They start to get a little further away from the body. You see that. So Zoom brings z, oo, m is the body sound. Like om. Is the heart into the body. Ma is body into heart. Mama is body, heart. Ma. Allah. So I hope that next time I'm on this program here, I'm going to have it figured out how I can see questions, because I would love to answer questions, facilitate further integration of what I'm saying, or completely change direction so that you can get it or get something useful. So just recapitulating, the useful things today are breathe all the time. All the time. Pay attention to, be consciously breathing. Some people are even breath, what do they call them? They do breath sessions as clients and as leaders. But then they don't breathe the rest of the time. I mean, they breathe without thinking about it. Oh, breathe all the time. When you're walking, take some long, slow steps. That'll get you relaxed. Feel. Be. Once you're in your body, and then you breathe, then if you bring the soul up into consciousness, then you become a conscious body. And the advantages of a conscious body is you never feel alone. You're always nourished by your soul, and plus you feel in touch with the trees, with the birds, with the grass, with the little plants in the grass, with everything. And this is where the human being, the future, is for a human being, regardless of whether someone is trying to shoot them or they're going to die the next, or whatever. Because it's an eternal situation, it's an eternal relationship between your soul and this body personality. And the hormones, I guess you would call them the drugs, the pharmacological situation in our body is unlimited. And that's how miracles happen. That's how great what people call healings. I don't like to talk about healings, because if you talk about healing, you're already talking about a disease or a sickness. It makes no sense, healing, unless you're thinking of, you understand what I'm saying? So you have to go beyond that, to nourishing the soul, the personality, that it flowers, that it creates the fruits that it's born to create, from the roots to the fruits. That you nourish yourself and your soul in the well of being. That you become a soul being. You go to the well of being, which is unconditional love. It's just the source. It's a state of being. It's not something that you give or that you have. It's something that you are. Well, this will be the time for questions. We're at the end of our time together. So please write me questions. I'll see if I can see this later if I go on the computer and answer your questions. What could I do? I could sing you a little song to close with. I could sit in silence, which is really what I would love to do, because in the silence we can communicate without thoughts, without definitions, without belief structures. I remember a song, because some of you won't be able to just be and feel, I think, if I sit there in silence. So I'll close with a song that the Hare Krishnas taught me, 1974. It's the words they would say to their master, and then they would sing the Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, which means praise to Krishna, praise to Rama. Krishna, God of love, 108 gopi girlfriends. Rama, a warrior god. Ra, king of the heart, and Ma, of the body. Kri, power. K is a strong sound. Kri, spiritual king, powerful king of spirit. Shna, coming down, and then the soul wind of the soul out through the mind and the heart. Krishna. So I'll sing this as a closure, and I'll sing it to you. It's for you, thanking you, because I love you. Even if we've never met, because our souls love each other. We might even recognize each other in this kind of superficial form. But anyway, this is the song that I will sing. And then I see the little finish thing down there. I'll do that. And you can message me, on my Facebook. Wayne Tooker. I think my name must be around here someplace. And message me, and we'll be in contact. I mean, in intellectual mind contact or whatever, or maybe soul, because the words vibrate. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. To your soul, thank you very much for this time together. It's been a joy. I hope you understood something, and thank you. And I hope to see, or that you see, that we see each other again. Thank you very much.